Lena wasn't the kind of woman who thought she needed protection. She had built her life on independence, running her own art gallery, making her own decisions, living on her own terms. But after a string of unsettling letters and a break-in at her studio, her best friend insisted she hire a bodyguard. That's how Maya entered her life. Maya was everything Lena wasn't. Tall, broad-shouldered, with a quiet strength that seemed to fill every room she stepped into. Her dark hair was always tied back, her eyes sharp and watchful, like she carried the weight of a dozen unspoken secrets. She wasn't talkative. She didn't laugh easily. She was there to do a job, keep Lena safe. At first, Lena hated it. Having someone follow her to the cafe, to meetings, even to the grocery store felt suffocating. "I don't need a shadow," she snapped one morning as Maya held the door open for her. "I'm not your shadow. I'm your shield." The words silenced Lena more than she wanted to admit. Days passed, and the rhythm of Maya's presence began to feel less like an intrusion and more like ... reassurance. When Lena worked late in her studio, Maya leaned against the wall, reading by the soft light of a desk lamp. When Lena walked down crowded sidewalks, Maya moved a step behind, creating a bubble of calm around her. And when Lena really laughed at something ridiculous, Maya's lips curved into the faintest smile, like she was trying not to let it show. One evening, after a particularly long day, Lena found herself staring at Maya across the gallery. The bodyguard was scanning the space, as always, but there was a gentleness in her expression when her eyes landed on Lena, a warmth. A question Lena didn't dare answer until the night danger came too close. It was past midnight when Lena left her studio, her arms full of canvases. The alley was quiet, too quiet when a shadow stepped out from the dark. The man moved fast, reaching for her bag. Lena gasped, but before fear could take over, Maya was there. In one motion, she pulled Lena behind her and faced the stranger head-on. Her voice was low, steady, commanding. "Walk away." Now, the man did something in Maya's stance. The unshakable calm made him falter and disappear into the night. Lena's heart pounded. She hadn't realized until that moment how safe Maya made her feel, not just from intruders, but from everything. Back inside, Lena pressed a trembling hand to her chest. "You could have been hurt." Maya shrugged, like it was nothing. "That's my job." "No," Lena whispered. "You're not just doing a job. You're protecting me. You're..." The silence stretched between them. And then Lena did something reckless. She reached out, her fingers brushing Maya's hand. For the first time since they'd met, Maya's guard slipped, her eyes softened, and she didn't pull away. "I was supposed to keep my distance," Maya murmured, her voice rough. "And I was supposed to keep mine," Lena admitted, "but I can't anymore." The next moment happened slowly, inevitably, like gravity pulling them together. Lena stepped closer, Maya leaning down, their foreheads touching. The world outside the gallery disappeared. There was only the steady rhythm of breath, the warmth of skin, the quiet understanding that something between them had shifted forever. When their lips met, it wasn't fireworks. It was gentler, deeper, a kiss that felt like safety and longing woven together. Afterward, Maya pulled back, searching Lena's eyes. "Are you sure?" Lena smiled, a tear slipping down her cheek. "I've never been more sure of anything from then on." The rules changed. Maya was still Lena's bodyguard, but she was also something more. They shared quiet breakfasts before the city woke, inside jokes whispered when no one else was listening, stolen touches that made Lena's heart race. And though the threats hadn't disappeared, Lena no longer faced them alone. She had found strength in Maya not just in her ability to protect, but in her ability to love. And maybe that was the greatest surprise of all, because Lena had hired a bodyguard, but she never expected to fall for her. Author S. Note: this is a new series where I explore romantic relationships that go beyond the happily ever after. If you enjoy slow burn, diverse characters, and stories that dive deep into relationships, please consider following. Your support means the world to me.